Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Aspiring Minds, a complete educational hub. And today we are going to start Plezmo App Code with Umesh series. You have seen my last video, which was an introductory video in which we have discussed that we'll make our app in just a couple of minutes. Today we are going to learn what are apps, why is it so important to learn them, and how do we build them. So let's start with the apps. Apps are the computer programs that are primarily used on the handheld devices like phones and tablets. They are essentially like other computer programs, but because we are using them on the handheld devices, that's why they are commonly called as apps, that is applications. There is also an interestingly new variant called web apps that are completely platform independent and can be accessed from any device. Let me tell you friends, some of the apps are platform dependent, means as like if we talk about Android apps, they only work in the Android phones, and some are like iOS apps that only work in the Apple phone. So that means those apps are platform dependent. They only work under a particular platform, but our web apps, they are platform independent. So now, why is it so important for us to learn how to build apps? Figures will tell us everything. India has more than 120 crores active mobile phones. We are second in terms of mobile phones. So learning how to build mobile apps gives you the power to really bring about change in our society by solving a real world problem that may be there. But now the question is, how we learn to build apps? But before that, we must have to understand the programming language. Means there is a term called programming language and we need to learn it. Since apps are basically computer programs, so they are nothing but a set of instructions that you want a computer to follow. Like any other set of instructions you want someone to follow. Means suppose you want to call a person and you want to give him or her some instructions, but you have to be sure that in which language you are speaking, whether that language will be understandable to that particular person or not. Similarly, if the computer programs are the instructions followed by the computer, then you need to ensure that the instructions are given in a language which the computer understands. Such languages are called programming languages. We are also going to build apps by learning such programming language and called as Plezmo Visual Programming Language. Before going further, we need to understand the structure of apps as well. Means if we look at the structure of apps, how do we go about building it? We learn about the fundamentals of programming, but we also understand about what apps are predominantly made up of. So app is a computer program that is made up of two parts. One is user interface and the second one is its behavior. Let me talk both of them one by one. First, user interface of apps. This is the first part of the structure of the app. This is the part which user of an app sees or interact. As we are the consumer of many apps, we can also relate it with us. We are using so many apps in our day-to-day lives as for ordering food online, for traveling somewhere, for learning new concepts. We are learning the new concepts from Microsoft Teams, Zoom, etc. And what you see on the screen of the app is designed by app maker to be laid out in a certain way and have a way for the user to interact with the app. How users actually interact with these apps? We are the users. We are clicking on the app, we are tapping it, dragging it, we are entering some kind of data in the user interface component. There are many app screens that are visible to the user, and these are made up of design elements that allows the user to interact with it in the form of these clicks and drags. Let me take an example. Suppose these days we are using Zomato, Swiggy. We are using these apps to order our food online. what do you usually see on the screen of the app? You usually see the name of the restaurant, right? And next to it, really nice image that what you like to eat. What you do next? You click or tap on the image of the restaurant. The app will go and pop up the menu of that particular restaurant, right? And now let's understand why we have taken this example. As what we are clicking or tapping is nothing but an element called button. When we are just selecting a food that we want to order, and then we are deciding to pay the amount, and we are entering our address, and the design element in which we are entering our address is nothing but a text box. So I hope you have understood the interface of the design app elements, user interface. So let me now understand the behavior of the app. That is the second part of the structure of the app. When you will design apps, you need to decide which of these app design element will go at which location on your app screen, and then program the logic in which they behave. Now suppose you want the button to pop up a message. So this message, the popping up of this message is the behavior of that button. While it allows you to build a lot of complex concept, logic is at the heart of the building app. You need to understand the logic. Then it will be easier for you to understand the behavior of the app. So I hope you have understood the three main concepts. What are apps? Why we need to learn to build these apps, and how to build these apps. And in our next concept, we'll learn more about this Plezmo visual programming. Till the time, stay tuned and see you in my next video. Thank you.